What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we are here at Bentley Atlanta. We're going to be taking a look at one of their pre-owned vehicles. This is a 2017 Jaguar F-type S convertible, which features all-wheel drive. This is considered the spiritual successor to the very famous and legendary Jaguar E-type, and it's also considered the replacement to the Jaguar XK Coupe and convertible. When this car was initially introduced back in 2013, it was introduced first as a convertible. Later down the line, Jaguar released the Coupe, and with its fastback design, that car is incredibly gorgeous. I encourage you guys to take a look at that car as well. This Jaguar F-type convertible is finished in a British racing green and features a red leather interior. Now, when I first heard this color combination was in inventory, I was quite curious to see if it would work, but when I see it in person, it truly looks gorgeous to me. So today, let's go ahead and take a look at the exterior and the interior details of this F-type convertible and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Let's start out the review by talking about some of the exterior characteristics of this F-type roadster. Notice how the hood is very sleek and long, and it has these sharp lines that define it. Now, within these sharp lines, there's also several curves that give this car a very sleek appeal from up front. Now, one of my favorite design characteristics coming towards the rear are these haunches. Now, these haunches in combination with that long hood up front provide the F-type with the classic Jaguar roadster proportions with a long hood and a short tail. This car is incredibly stunning to look at. Now, I do want to point out that incorporated into the trunk lid is a flush mounted spoiler. The spoiler automatically deploys at speeds of 60 miles per hour and above, and is capable of producing up to 264 pounds of downforce. Now, we covered quite a few exterior characteristics of the vehicle. I don't want to leave out the convertible top. The convertible top is composed of lightweight composites to reduce wind and road noise, and can be raised and lowered in just 12 seconds, and can be done at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour. And just like that, the top is up, the power windows go up as well. I'll go ahead and lower it back now. It's really just a quick and simple process. And I love how the soft top just still remains visible when it's been lowered as well. It has a low profile, so no tonneau cover is required to cover it when the top has been lowered. Underneath this gorgeous curvaceous aluminum bodywork sits an all aluminum chassis for enhanced rigidity. Now, your vibration and sound insulation is addressed via an underbody tray. In addition to that, you also have your engine mounts, of course, and there's a double bulkhead that sits in between the engine bay and the passenger compartment, shielding the occupants from any vibration and sound as well. Let's talk about some of the characteristics of the F-type that directly impact driving dynamics. For example, there are sensors around the body of the car that track pitch rates up to 100 times a second. In addition to that, steering is tracked up to 500 times a second to try to predict roll rates. That data is then sent to the car's dampers to help the car maintain a flat profile while in a curve. In addition to the F-type tracking its steering inputs and body motions, in the beginning of the review, I did mention that the F-type S features all-wheel drive. Now, that all-wheel drive system is capable of sending up to 50% of the power to the front wheels, and it's controlled via an electronically controlled clutch pack, which is capable of decoupling and sending 100% of the power to the rear wheels, giving you the sensation of a true rear-wheel drive vehicle. Now, we talked about the driving dynamics. Let's go ahead and quickly discuss the suspension, wheel, tire, and brake setup of this particular F-type S. So for suspension, you're getting a double wishbone suspension for the front and rear. This F-type S features the 20-inch Tornado wheels with a silver finish. These wheels are gorgeous. They're shod in Pirelli P0s that are 255 up front and 295 in the rear. Now, your brake rotors are internally ventilated front and rear, but up front they are 15 inches in diameter, and in the rear they are 12.7 inches in diameter. It's time to talk about the power plant, but before we dive into details about the engine, what is there not to love about this clamshell hood? Isn't that cool? So the power plant for this F-type S is a all aluminum 3-liter supercharged V6 engine, which produces 380 horsepower at 6,500 RPM. It also produces 339 pound-feet of torque between 3,500 and 5,000 RPM. Now, it's mated to an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission 0 to 60 comes in 4.8 seconds, and you have a top speed of 171 miles per hour. Now please note that in 2015, Jaguar did introduce the 6-speed ZF manual transmission, and for a car like this, I highly recommend opting for the manual over the automatic. Now let's listen to how that exhaust note sounds. So that exhaust note sounded pretty good. So let's go ahead and close the hood and talk about the car's interior. One thing I must say about the interior that I love is the red and black leather accents. You have red leather for the dash and red leather on the seats, which are exceptionally comfortable, by the way. They feature plenty of side bolstering. That's going to keep you planted in the center of the seat when driving aggressively. Back to the black leather. You have black leather accents on the dash as well. At the top of the center console, there's actually an air conditioning system that's hidden here. It'll pop up when you start the vehicle. Further down, you have an infotainment system that is operated by a touchscreen. And I love how they have these unique dials for your air conditioning system. They're digital displays in each dial that allow you to tell the fan settings and what temperature you have the air conditioner set at. Now, one thing I do want to say about the center console is that I wish Jaguar had implemented a higher quality material here, such as aluminum or carbon fiber. In this particular car, it's this plasticky material. But back to the center console, you have a selection of buttons to switch through your different driving modes, a button for your parking brake, and of course traction control, and then a button to operate the top mechanism and spoiler as well. Coming over to the steering wheel, it is a 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel. It is flat at the bottom, and I love how they have gold paddles in case you want to shift in manual mode as well. Now the door panels for this vehicle are covered in that high quality red leather and contrast black stitching. You also have an aluminum door handle, your unlock and lock buttons, your controls for your seating that feature 3-position memory, and then some storage at the bottom of the door as well. Overall, what I love about the interior is how it's driver focused. Everything is angled towards the driver, and that's really defined by this grab brace here for the passenger. Everything is just directed towards me, and I just love how it's so driver oriented. That was a brief review of the 2017 Jaguar F-Type S convertible with all-wheel drive. And I must say, in the beginning, I was quite skeptical about the British Racing green and red leather interior, but as I see it in person, it has kind of grown on me. It looks stunning. Now, one thing I will say is that I do like the coupe version of the F-Type a lot better than the convertible. There's something about those lines of that fastback design that just is so captivating. Let me know in the comment section which one you like better, the coupe version or the convertible. I would like to give a special thanks to Bentley Atlanta for allowing me to come out and film the Jaguar F-Type S, and a special thanks to you for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.